Kia ora koutou, Reese from QuickSense here, and today we're going to be looking at indices, otherwise known as powers. So this question is asking us to write the following in the simplified form, in index notation. Right? So what I'm looking for is how many times am I multiplying 8 by itself? So I'm just going to write that underneath it. Well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. So this is equivalent to 8 to the power of 6. And this means 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. Now this question here looks a little bit trickier than that previous question. What I'm going to do to try and make it a little bit easier is to rewrite it without the divide by in the denominators and see what it looks like as a fraction. So 1 over 4 squared divided by 1 over 64 squared. Now immediately I can see that there are a couple of things I can do. Either I can treat this as a fraction dividing another fraction. I can flip that second fraction, so make it 1 over 64 squared over 1 and multiply the two together. But I can also see a simpler way of doing this. Because each of these is a fraction divided by, or a whole number divided by a fraction, right? I know that I can think of these differently. So how many times does a quarter squared go into 1? Well, it goes into it 4 squared. I am flipping the fraction in the denominator. So if that's equivalent to that, then on the other side we have the equivalent, 64 squared. Now I'm going to rewrite this as a fraction. 4 squared over 64 squared. Now this isn't obvious, but because I've gone away and I've memorized my simple powers, so 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3, etc., 3 to the 2, 3 to the 3, 4 to the 2, 4 to the 3, I recognize that 64 is actually 4 to the power of 3. 4 squared, 16. 16 times 4 is 64. So I know that I can rewrite this like this. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means 4 squared over 4 to the power of 3 times 4 to the power of 3. What I'm going to do now may seem a little strange, but I'm going to write this out in long form so we can see what's happening. 4 squared is 4 times 4. 4 to the power of 3 is 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. So what we've got here are some common factors. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Leaving me with 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4 fours. 4 to the power of 4. So that's one way we can write this. With a little bit of extra for extras, this is also equal to 4 to the power of negative 4.